Before listening to the latest news, subscribe to the channel, like it, and don't forget to press the bell icon. The New York Jets haven't made the playoffs since 2010, the longest active drought in the NFL. Every offseason, there's hope. A new quarterback, a fresh coaching staff, a splashy signing. But in 2025, things finally feel different. Not just because of talent, but because of attitude, because of leadership, because of purpose. For the first time in over a decade, there's a sense that the Jets have all the pieces. And it starts at the top. Aaron Glenn, the former Jets cornerback and Detroit Lions defensive coordinator, was handed the reins as head coach in January. It was a bold move, a pivot from the offensive-minded hires of recent years. Glenn is a defensive guru, a tone setter, and most importantly, a motivator who commands instant respect. When he walked into the building, he didn't promise flash. He promised toughness, accountability, and winning football. From his first press conference, Glenn's message was crystal clear. We're going to outwalk everybody. We're going to play disciplined football. And we're going to make New York proud. What followed was an off-season of transformation. He didn't come to rebuild. He came to elevate. He kept the defense mostly intact, understanding that was the strength of this team. Quinnen Williams, Sauce Gardner, and Jermaine Johnson remain the foundation. But the offense? That needed a spark. And Glenn knew exactly where to find it. Enter Justin Fields. After 3 turbulent years in Chicago, Fields needed a fresh start. The Bears moved on, and the Jets pounced. It was a calculated risk, but one Glenn felt was worth taking. Fields has all the tools: elite athleticism, a rocket arm, and the kind of poise that wins locker rooms. What he lacked in Chicago was stability, coaching, weapons, vision. Now, under Glenn's guidance and with a clear offensive identity, Fields is finally in a position to thrive. The Jets didn't just trade for Fields and hope. They built around him. They retooled the offensive line, bringing in veterans and drafting high-upside rookies to protect the franchise. They added playmakers, guys like Garrett Wilson, who's already emerged as a top-tier receiver, and rookie tight end Malik Washington, who's turning heads in camp. The offense is faster, smarter, and more balanced. But what really sets this team apart in 2025 is the culture shift. It's no longer about waiting for something to go wrong. It's about expecting to win. Glenn has instilled that. Practices are sharper. Meetings are more intense. Veterans are holding each other accountable. The locker room is unified. This isn't just a team with hope. It's a team with belief. Let's move on to the new news. Justin Fields has taken command of the offense like a veteran. In training camp, he's showcasing more than just athleticism. He's displaying leadership. He's staying after practice with young receivers, breaking down film with offensive coordinator Brian Johnson, and organizing off-day throwing sessions. Fields has always had the raw talent, but now he's sharpening the mental side of the game. One of the most noticeable changes in Fields' game is his decisiveness. Last year, he was often indecisive in the pocket, leading to sacks and missed opportunities. This year, he's getting the ball out faster, making quicker reads, and showing confidence in tight windows. The coaching staff credits that to the simplified offensive system tailored to his strengths, designed rollouts, quick throws, and run-pass options that keep defenses guessing. Garrett Wilson has called Fields a gamer and the guy we've been waiting for. Their chemistry is developing quickly. Wilson has been the focal point in camp, consistently beating corners and creating separation. But it's not just him. Rookie wideout Xavier Legette has emerged as a deep threat, while Washington has become a safety valve across the middle. For the first time in years, the Jets' offense looks dynamic and unpredictable. The offensive line is still a work in progress, but there's optimism. Mekhi Becton is finally healthy and playing with a chip on his shoulder. Rookie left guard Amarius Mims has been a revelation, winning reps against top defensive linemen in practice. Free agent addition Connor Williams has stabilized the center position. There's a physicality to this group that's been missing in recent seasons. But perhaps the most overlooked factor in the Jets' playoff hopes is the defense remaining elite. Glenn knows that side of the ball inside and out. He's added his own wrinkles, more disguise and coverage, heavier blitz packages on third down, and a renewed focus on creating turnovers. The Jets were already a top 5 defense last year, and now they look even more aggressive. Sauce Gardner has elevated his game to an all-pro level. He's shadowing top receivers in practice and winning most battles. Jermaine Johnson has taken a massive leap, now being used more creatively as a pass rusher. Linebacker C.J. Mosley remains the leader, but second-year backer Zaire Barnes is making a name for himself with his sideline-to-sideline speed. Special teams, long an issue for the Jets, is no longer an afterthought. Veteran kicker Nick Folk is back and pushing rookie Harrison Mevis in a tightly contested battle. The return game has also gotten a jolt with the addition of Calif Raymond, who brings speed and reliability. The little things matter to Glenn, and he's making sure every phase is ready. The schedule won't be easy. The AFC East is still stacked. The Bills have Josh Allen. The Dolphins have speed everywhere. Even the Patriots, now in rebuild mode, are always tough. But this version of the Jets doesn't fear the challenge. In fact, they're embracing it. Glenn has made it clear, if you want to win in this league, you've got to beat the best. No excuses. Fields has echoed that mindset. We know what's being said about us. We know the history. But this is a new era, he said after a recent practice. We're not just here to compete, we're here to win. And I believe in this team. Fans are buying in too. Training camp attendance is up. Merchandise sales are booming. Social media buzz is constant. There's a hunger in the fan base that mirrors the one inside the building. The Jets aren't running from expectations. They're meeting them head-on. Ownership has been fully supportive. Woody Johnson has stayed out of the way and let football people run the show. General Manager Joe Douglas, once on the hot seat, has pulled together one of the most balanced rosters in the league. His patience with the field's acquisition and commitment to building the trenches are finally paying dividends. Glenn's hire might go down as one of the most important in franchise history. He's not just a coach, he's a culture changer. His connection to the Jets' past gives him credibility, and his vision for the future gives the franchise hope. He knows what it takes to win in New York because he's lived it, through the highs and the heartbreaks. This season won't come down to just one player or one coach. It'll be about execution, health, and mindset. But the building blocks are there. Fields looks ready. The defense is elite. The coaching staff is united. The locker room is believing. If the Jets can stay healthy, clean up the penalties, and continue to build on this preseason momentum, there's no reason this team can't finally break through and return to the postseason. And if they do, it won't be because of luck. It'll be because they earned it. Final thoughts. The 2025 New York Jets have a real shot at changing the narrative. With Aaron Glenn's leadership and Justin Fields finally in the right system, this team isn't chasing the playoffs, it's expecting them. the drought might just end this year. And if it does, it'll mark the beginning of something even bigger.